just never know.
For sure. And that's the whole idea. Just get on base and let the big hitters come up. And now this is the three-hole batter.
That's right. Edith Chavez has been really good this year. Obviously contributing in a big way with 7 bombs, 8 doubles. Here's a line drive, little bloop. Actually, I'd say more of a blooper into center field, but regardless, a single nonetheless. Runners on first and second with 1 out. And the most dangerous hitter in the park tonight comes up to bat, Carrie Garcia. 13 bombs, 9 doubles, 53 RBIs. And here's a hard hit ball over to the shortstop, and she can't handle it. It's going to be an error. First one of the game. Belongs to the Cave Girls. And they had a hard time defensively in the first game, and that was the difference. Hobbs came out on top. That was a must-win game for Carlsbad to be able to win district. Now they are just looking for a better seeding in the state with really low expectations to win this district, right? They'd have to win this game by 20 runs.
Yeah, by like more than 15 or something is what I heard. So yeah, it's got to be an onslaught of hitting. But right now, I think we just got to get out of this inning with bases loaded, 1 out.
So there's a pitch up and out of the zone, 2-0 count. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Aubrey Hernandez in the circle. She started things off hot with a strikeout on 3 pitches. Since then, it's been a hit by pitch, a single, and an error. The shortstop. Here's a decent pitch, a little bit low.
Oh, he called it a strike.
And he calls it a strike. Wow. Did you see the call there, or was that a something you okay?
Yeah, he raised his arm up.
I didn't even see that.
What's crazy is he has a real delay. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
For every single person, I think, including the umpire. How do you not
call
get
that one a strike too?
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, that was
Hobbs has to be upset about that one. I'm upset, and it's not even for me.
Yeah.
2-2 count. You got to have your home run hitter swinging.
I'm pitching
if
it
it's
in the same
anywhere.
place.
Oh yeah, you have to. And she tried. Went a bit high. If he calls that, I think the game's going to be canceled. So a full count here. 1 out. Garcia, or I'm sorry, Rodriguez up to bat.
Oh shoot, that one
Here's
might be out of here.
Fly. This one deep.
Slam. Yep.
And it goes, and that's going to be a tough thing to recover from early in this game. A grand slam by Anaya Rodriguez. That makes it her 8th bomb of the season, making it the 43rd bomb of the year for the Eagles. I mean, that is huge.
Look at the hat they wear.
Oh my gosh, they've got the big hat. I forget what that's called. But those became very popular around like pro sports. And I guess it trickled down here. I remember when those big hats were like at their highest in popularity, they couldn't get them out to people fast enough. You're looking at like 2 months out before you could get a new one. Crazy. And now we see it on the celebration for the Hobbs Eagles. So 4-0 early. Here's a hard hit ball over to first base. A good play by Hanna Hernandez.
Yeah, she wanted to flip it to Parris, but Parris wasn't there, so she thought, you know what, I got to dive because she couldn't get up. She didn't have enough time. That was a really nice play.
That was an athletic move for sure. It's a savvy play as well because you run out of options. You have to get creative, and she did. So Harrison retires on a ground ball. Nice diving attempt by Parris Weldon, but just gets past her glove as Allyson Garcia reaches first base on a single. So Hobbs trying to rally through right here on in the first inning. This would have been a dominating win in the first game with how low scoring the game was. 4-0 start. It would have been tough to come back from. This game, we'll have to see how the Cave Girls respond. Obviously, every game is a different story. Cave Girls are very much capable of scoring big as well.
And Hobbs is also throwing another pitcher, so they'll get to see another arm.
That's true. All right, so here's a fastball up and in the zone for strike one. The 0-1 count. 2 outs, runner on first. Here comes the pitch. This one high. 1-1 count. Wind still being a factor in this game. The trees wouldn't really tell you that, but the flag is definitely screaming it. Light starting to kick on as well. So a pretty hard hit ball up the middle, and Cave Girls can't reach it. So it's going to be another single squeaking by the glove of Katrina Ortega. So Hobbs is just putting together one big inning here. A strikeout would be huge here. Jackie Fuentes, the 9th batter of the lineup, and she did not have a very good game last game. So that is kind of what you try and key in on if you're Aubrey Hernandez. You can't make this out. You're going to have to deal with a whole new top of the lineup, and that's tough, especially after they've seen you around or one time around. Hernandez gets her pitch. Fuentes puts one on the ground. Weldon grabs it, tosses it up for out number 3. So Hernandez escapes that situation, but not before letting up 4 runs on a grand slam. Tough break for the Cave Girls. And we're going to be right back, folks, here in just a bit. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by LA Services and LA Safety and Consulting. We'll get you that lineup here in just a bit. All right, folks, leading off for the Cave Girls is Parris Weldon, who was the 2-hole batter last game. She comes into this one leading things off. So she made a great play last game, diving catch to double up the Eagles to give them a chance to go into extras. Weldon sees the next pitch. The latest calls from the umpire. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, you almost get the next pitch coming before he makes the
right.
signal.
Exactly. Holy smokes. 1-1 count to Weldon. She watches this one. He doesn't like it.
And we wait for the
and
call.
We'll find out
and
tomorrow.
I guess it's a ball.
All right, so on deck is Faith Rivera, and then in the hole is Allyson Madrid. 2-1 count.
Oh, that's a
Parris Weldon with a hard hit ball over the left fielder's head, and she's going to be in for an easy stand-up double. A solid start for the Cave Girls, and Parris Weldon starts off hot.
It's definitely what we need to do to get something going to get back in this game, because 4-0 lead is tough.
Yes, and Weldon came off of an 0-for-3 game, so she starts off this one trying to get things going early. Rivera gets the first pitch strike.
Just make sure they're there. Just make sure they're there. Don't help her.
And she's listed as a sophomore. Here comes the pitch. A swing and a miss. 0-2.
Be patient, babe. You're all right, babe. Be patient.
So on deck is Allyson Madrid.
It's yours.
In the hole, Kalion Fuentes. Here comes the pitch. This one fouled off the end of the bat. And Rivera protecting now with 2 strikes. So it looks like Fuentes will have the knife defensively. She's going to be the designated hitter in this one. The 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch. This one.
Oh, that might drop.
End of the barrel.
Yes.
Could it drop? It does. Little Texas leaguer, and Weldon's got plenty of speed to carry her over into third base.
Runners at the corners, number 9, Allyson Madrid.
So back-to-back hits for the Cave Girls. Looks pretty nice to get things going. So up to bat is number 9, Allyson Madrid, the left fielder for the Cave Girls. Here comes the first pitch. This one a fastball low out of the zone for ball 1. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by LA Services. 24/7 transportation, including shuttle buses, charter buses, limousines, and more.
I guess they almost like forgot that the catcher was on base and thought, hey, we can put in a run for her. And sent after the first pitch.
We
and
can
like,
let her legs get a little recovery time.
I think they did that to give them a chance to put the gear on and maybe speed up the game a little bit. You know what I mean?
think so too, but also like I said, I mean, you get a chance to kind of like relax a little
Rest,
bit because
yeah.
it's a lot. You put a lot on those catchers.
Yeah, the catcher's got a tough job.
We have a player from Carlsbad as we see this pitch fouled off out of play. We have a former caveman that's playing in, man, and I'm drawing a blank now where he's playing. I think it's Virginia. No, he's playing in Tennessee. And they said that he's caught every game, every inning except for like 2 games. College seasons are long. And there's a ball fouled back, and it skims the fence, so
I thought it was going to
saves her an opportunity to get caught for an out. 1-2 count to Allyson Madrid with runners on first and third. Great opportunity to get a nice RBI here and keep a good, solid start for the Cave Girls going. Sometimes when you start off with a big inning on the other side, you feel like nothing to lose, and you just swing like you might not catch up anyway, so you might as well, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it depends on the
relax
mindset.
a little more maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's player to player, but
Well, Allison's having a good at-bat right here with 1-2 count, and she's fouled off, what, 3 balls, I think?
yes. All right, here comes the next pitch to Madrid. This one, a changeup way up and out of the zone. Tried to speed her, or slow her down, I'm sorry. So now you do give her that other look to make you think about it in the back of your head. 2-2 count, no outs. Weldon has speed. Any mistake could score her. And she fouled that one back, but it was caught for out number 1. So pretty good AB.
Brings up number 20,
Kalion Fuentes now up to bat, the designated hitter, number 20. All right, so Cave Girls sending up a whole new lineup for them. And not a whole new, but a lot of changes in this lineup this game. So here's a changeup that doesn't drop down enough.
She's hanging the changeup a little bit, and sometimes
She
that
is.
can hurt you.
Absolutely. So you definitely take a risk with that. It's a risk that's easier to take with 4 runs up on the board for you. So a 2-0. Fuentes.
Definitely a hitter's count right here.
And if Fuentes can get a hold of something here, she could give her team a chance to get back in this thing. Here comes a pitch. This one right down the middle for strike 1. right, so awaiting the pitch. Here it comes, a fastball way up. Three-one count, Fuentes. A big opportunity in the first inning already in her first at-bat of the game. 4-0. This one,
that might be
hard hit in the left field. Can it carry? It does! Three-run bomb for Kalion Fuentes. Big time for the Cave Girls, and that makes it 4-3. Cave Girls still down, but a whole different complexion to this game now.
It's a 1-0 game now. So what do they toss? What does the coach toss? Like a gum, you think? Like maybe a Gatorade Quench gum or something when they hit a home run? Have you noticed that?
I haven't.
Yeah, they toss it to him when they're rounding third.
Huh, I remember that at one point there was a rule that you couldn't touch the batter before they reached home plate at all. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And so that's kind of changed, I think, with celebrations and things kind of adapting in sports, but still, it's like a risk I would never take as a coach. But I guess if you kind of get into a groove and it's like, hey, last time I did that, she hit another one. So
yeah. Or if they know the rules, because I've noticed too, even at the Caveman games where they take their helmet off and do that before they touch home plate. And to me,
it's common sense. You're not going to get hit with a ball, or you're not going to be in danger if your helmet's off before you reach home plate on a home run. But in the event somebody runs up from behind you and tries to punch you in the head,
that's right,
you're safe. Aubrey Hernandez trying to help her own cause out here with one out and nobody on. Fastball inside for ball. Strike one. Okay. Whoa. The 0-1 is a questionable one. But here we go. Hernandez watches this one, a better pitch. And that one for strike two. So 0-2. Lights are on full force here at Cavegirl Field. And in her windup, and the pitch, a change up. Ground ball over to shortstop. This one thrown over to first base, fired. Over to first base for out number two.
Gonna bring up number 6, Makayla Chester.
So last game was a great game. When it comes to score, when it comes to Cave Girl defense, you couldn't say the same. But we hope to see that be a non-issue in this game 2 for the Cave Girls. All right, this first pitch is low for ball one. They're going to do a roast of Tom Brady coming up pretty soon. I don't know the dates or where you even can watch it, but I saw that and thought it was interesting. See how he takes it. Here's a ground ball into foul territory for strike one. 1-1 count to number 6, Makayla Chester. Chester's playing third base tonight. Here comes the pitch. This one a changeup, a nice one at that. And that one just drops out of the zone before it gets to the plate. She swings over it. A 1-2 count. Nice night here in Carlsbad, and she swings through the changeup way out of the zone for strike 3, out number 3. So here in just a bit, we're going to be back with more action as the Hobbs Eagles basically start from square one at the top of the lineup. This broadcast brought to you by LA Services, LA Safety and Consulting, and All Sports Best and Red Rocket Media on the call. Aubrey Hernandez takes the circle for the Cavegirls. Top of the second inning, starting things off with the leadoff batter once again, Kaya Boyle. She is the second baseman for the Hobbs Eagles as she destroys her back with the bat. Just crushing. 1-0 count. Really good movie. I started watching another movie as we saw a strike go through here. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Hernandez. This one a nice changeup. And he wanted to ring her up on strikes on 2 strikes again.
He ring her up on 2. That's what the other guy did. Maybe that's
it's like they got to do it once a game, yeah.
Yeah.
So 1-2 count. Hernandez wind up. Here's a ground ball right back up to the pitcher, and she grabs it, throws it to first for out number 1. So back-to-back first outs of the inning from Hernandez as Boyle has not had anything go for her at all today. Oh, no, she had a single.
She had a single and a walk.
That's on me. That's on me.
Yeah, so she didn't do bad in game 1.
So Marissa Young up to bat. She starts with an 0-1. But I started watching this movie called The Judge. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like from 2016.
I saw the previews to it with Robert Duvall and what's his name, the Iron Man.
Yeah, and I'm drawing a blank on his Robert Downing Jr. There you go. Good movie so far. I haven't finished it.
Yeah, I'll have to check
1-1 count.
I got to wait for the fam to watch that kind of movie, so maybe tonight.
It's more of a slower pace, so not everybody will be into it, but
it's like a Grisham kind of type of movie.
I don't know. 1-1 count. Here it comes. This one a fastball high and out of the zone for ball 2. Well, folks, tonight's broadcast brought to you by LA Services, LLC, and LA Safety and Consulting. This pitch, a changeup, held onto it a bit too long. It went high. Makes it a 3-1 count. Now Hernandez started at third base in game 1.
Oh, that looked like a strike. I guess he says it, and then he takes, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and then he does
3 or 4 minutes is super accurate, unfortunately. 3-2 count. Here it comes. This one a changeup hit high into right field. This one carrying, but caught over the right or over the left shoulder of Karis Hernandez. Great play by Hernandez.
That was a nice play.
That would have been a definite rally starter for sure. That would have been a triple.
Yeah, it's almost sad to put an F9 on there when they hit it that well and you make such a great play. It almost should be something
like S9, spectacular.
Yeah, spectacular catch.
Spectacular. Edith Chavez now up to bat, the center fielder for the Hobbs Eagles. Rocking number 1 on her back. She does not abuse her back as much with the bat on the swings, I noticed. She values probably sleep at night. Go count now. With 2 outs. Wind blowing straight. It's probably, wind blowing from left foul pole to right foul pole. You're going to get more of a spinning type of action on high pop flies, like we saw in a couple of times of the game in game 1. We knew that wind would be a factor, but the fly ball winds were not as heavy as it appeared when it came down to the scorebook. Looked at the errors, you'd think tornado. This one high and outside for ball 4. 4 straight balls. And that draws a walk for Edith Chavez. And it moves into the 4-hole batter. Carrie Garcia. Dangerous,
to say the least.
Absolutely. First baseman for the Hobbs Eagles, leads the team. I would imagine that many home runs, what did I say, 13?
Could lead the state.
I would say so, right? It's got to be close. It's a lot of home runs. These girls have played 24 games, so you've hit about half a home run a game, it's a pretty high production. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Could you imagine, you can imagine a big leaguer hitting half a home run on average a game? What does that end up being? 81 home runs. And I think the record is what?
72?
Yeah, that'd be an insane year.
Of course, I don't know how clean that is, but we're not going to get into all that.
That could be
that guy might not be in the Hall of Fame.
73 sounds right. I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe it's 73. But either way.
But I could be wrong.
I don't remember that guy's name, but I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. That's probably why I don't remember it.
Yeah. Wiped from the history books. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Garcia at the plate. Fastball low. Chavez getting a bit of a lead. But in softball, you cannot take a lead until the ball has left the glove of, or left the hand of the pitcher. This is a hard hit liner into right field.
Ooh, that's a nice.
And Hernandez throws the ball, took a few extra steps, thought about where she had to throw it. You have to get rid of it early in that situation, Ruben.
Well, and luckily for her, a girl that hit that ball hit it solid, but she didn't have a lot of speed. So and normally in a throw like that, the person takes second. You know what I mean? Puts them in scoring position.
Right.
But in that situation, she didn't, so it didn't hurt him like it could have.
2 outs, runners in the corners. Anaya Rodriguez, the DH, now up to bat, number 20.
And
She had a home run in the last inning, so you've got to be careful here. A pass ball.
She had a grand slam, didn't she?
She did. She had a granny. But now Carrie Garcia gets over to second base on the pass ball. So now you've got runners at second and third. Of course, 2 outs. Ground ball gets you out of it. Pop fly. Might not. Here comes the pitch. Change up. Low and outside. Ball 2. Like I said before, Ruben, pop-ups are scary for this Cavegirl defense right now. Anywhere you put them, they could fall. Anaya Rodriguez at the plate. 1 for 1 with a hard hit bomb. This pitch high and outside. Hernandez trying to paint the corners with her pitches. Dangerous hitter. A home run here would make it 7 for Hobbs. She's trying to avoid that at all costs. Here comes the pitch. This one right down the middle, right in the zone. Scary place to put it. If you have a grand slam, you're winning by 1 run. You have 8 home runs on the season. Coach has given you the green light.
Oh, for sure.
And when you're batting 400 plus, just another reason.
Yeah, and she just didn't get a good cut on it. She hit it kind of solid, but went foul. So yeah, she's definitely going for the gusto on this one.
3-1 count. It's in the zone. She's taken a hack. And it wasn't really in the zone, but she still took a hack. Tried to hold up, couldn't do it. Full count. So 3-2 count, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Big pitch for Hernandez. This one, a fastball just off the plate, and Cavegirl fans not too happy about that one. Once again, Ruben, I
so the
argue
coach is
it
going
for.
to come out there, yeah.
I argue it for your point earlier in the day, where it's too close to let it go, but it's also that that's too close to not make that call.
Well, the coach comes out, but the coach kind of did it in a nicer way, where he came and asked the catcher, "Hey, where was that pitch?" and kind of like to where the umpire could hear it.
It's like second hand. 2 outs.
Another threat, right? Another.
There's only threats. There's only threats in this lineup today.
Threat is their middle word, middle name, middle word.
So the runners on base have reached with 2 walks and a single. Hard hit single by Carrie Garcia. Candy Harrison now to bat for the Eagles. And she was the ground ball over to first base. A good play by Hanna Hernandez to get her out last inning, I'm sorry. But let's take a look back at her first game, she reached base 3 times. Did a horrible job of keeping the scorebook on her. She had a single. She had 3 singles last game, I believe. No? Help me out, Ruben.
She had a strikeout, a single, a walk, and a ground out. So I think she had 2 hits because I didn't get the very last one. So 2 hits and a walk. So that's still not bad.
Yeah, 2 for 4 day at the plate. I'll take that. 3-1 count, 2 outs, huge pitch. Shortstop fields it, tosses it to Weldon at second base. And luckily she pulls back because if she gets hit by the runner, that's not going to be good. 4-3 after a inning and a half. Cave Girls due up in the bottom of the 2nd inning. This is a classic. I think this is kind of a song that you really listen to at the All right, folks, we're back here at the Cave Girl Field. Leading off the bottom of the 2nd inning for the Cave Girls is Katrina Ortega, playing shortstop tonight. All right, so the first pitch is high and away for ball 1. 1-0 count.
So the defense hung a 0, so now all we got to do is score some runs and get the lead back.
Here's a pop fly into shallow center field, and it's going to drop for a single.
That's a seeing-eye single right there.
So a nice break for the Cave Girls there as that one dropped. Just in a tough spot for the defense to make a play on. And Katrina Ortega playing shortstop. In game 1, it was Hanna Sanders that played shortstop. Ortega was a catcher. So she is versatile as a freshman. No?
That was the sister. The sister's an 8th grader that caught. This is the other one that pitches and plays shortstop.
Okay.
So this is the 9th grader. Katrina and Kendra. I think the other one's name is Kendra. Yeah, Kendra's the younger one.
All right, number 8, Karis Hernandez, right fielder. This one out of the zone. Makes it a 1-1 count. So Karis Hernandez trying to do something here for the Cave Girls. This one comes off the end of the bat. A 1-2 count, runner on first base. Cave Girls can start something here. Definitely make a case at a win here. Make a run at it. Another big inning early would set a good tone for this offense as well. Here's a fastball up and out for ball 2.
You say up and out, and I look for his arm to go up.
Oh, his arm to go up and out. 2-2 count. 8th batter of the lineup is Hernandez. She's up. On deck is number 9 batter, Vianka Villa. Here's a changeup. This one way low and inside. Full count. Runner on first. Up to this point, Amaya Chavadilla has been pretty solid on the mound for Hobbs. But a big home run for the Cave Girls changed everything. Off the bat of Kalion Fuentes, but Karis Hernandez does her job, especially in the 8-9 spots Walks are so huge. Trying to pass the bat down to the top of the lineup is really what your job is for the most part. Make some noise, definitely help. That's a hard hit line drive up the middle, bobble in center field, and Cavegirls are gonna score. Katrina Ortega makes it all the way into home. She kind of like slowed down around third base to check. That's got to be something that coach has got to see in relay. Maybe she didn't look, or I'm not sure.
I think he was holding her until she bobbled it in center.
Oh, okay.
And that's what sent her in. Okay, looks like they're changing back to the first game pitcher. But I was going to say about Villa, they put her in the 9-hole this game, and she felt comfortable, and she hit that shot up the middle like it was her job.
It was a hard hit liner up the middle.
Tie up the game.
So Hobbs not wanting to give up any more runs, going to change pitchers here. They're going back to number 11 from game 1, Medina. She had a solid game.
Yeah, she did.
Pitching. I mean, you gave up 2 runs and get the win. That's not bad at all.
Not a lot of strikeouts, but she got a lot of pop-ups and a lot of ground ball,
Yeah.
Just doing her job.
Effective.
Letting her defense work for her.
Ellie Medina did well in game 1. She had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts in game 1 and only allowed a home run and a single.
Yeah, 2 hits.
I mean, that's a dominant performance. So she comes in here to face the leadoff batter, Parris Weldon. Weldon had a hard hit double in the first inning. She has pop. She has the power to hit things out of the park. And she has speed. So the leadoff batter, followed by the former leadoff, or following the former leadoff batter in Vianka Villa, who's now on second base. So you know there's speed on the base pass as well. She loads up. Here's a change up. This one just over the plate on the outer half for ball 1, or strike 1. Oh, sorry. First runners at first and second. Villa at first. Karis Hernandez at second.
Well, Weldon,
Here's a foul ball.
If you don't know Weldon, she comes from a pretty athletic family.
Yes.
Her brothers both played at the next level, and oldest brother, Todd, played in the pros.
Yes, he was drafted.
Mets organization?
I am not sure.
Yeah, I believe it was the Mets organization.
And now he's actually a head coach for a college program. Pretty impressive.
Waylon Baptist.
Waylon Baptist. Weldon awaits the 0-2. Hard hit ball in the center field. There it's going to get down. Cavegirls have to send the runner. And that was a late slide by Hernandez. She's going to get in. So now 2 runners on, both in scoring position. Great job by Parris Weldon. Came up big on that swing. An 0-2 count, and she took advantage of a pitch that pitcher wanted to get the strikeout right there on 3 pitches. Weldon had other plans. Villa at third, Weldon at second. Lots of speed on the base pass for Faith Rivera. She has 2 RBIs loaded up for her if she can get a hit here. Score. No outs. Cavegirls looking to rally things up. They have to score 100 runs to be able to win district.
Yeah, that's almost what you feel like. Ooh, that's it.
So here's a blooper.
Didn't get it solid.
And that's tough. One of the only places you don't want to hit a bloop is in the infield because the runners won't advance. So the first out is put away for Hobbs. Now up to bat, number 9, Allyson Madrid, the left fielder for the Cavegirl. She struck out in the first inning. First pitch is a ball way up high. A pass ball is likely a run as well. Villa will be looking to take off if she sees any window. Here's the pitch. Hard hit to third base, and it's going to get under the glove. Weldon thought about taking it. It would have been a close play, but it would have been a definite disadvantage for Weldon had she taken off.
So it's a smart base running by Allyson Madrid, seeing that they weren't going to get her, and she took off to second. So runners at second and third, takes the force away also. And brings up a pretty dangerous hitter in Kalion.
That's a big time. It's a big time play right there for this game. Obviously going to go down as an error. It came off of her glove, but it was a hard hit. So Fuentes now up to bat. She's going to score a run there.
Nice hustle
with Weldon. Heads up play by Weldon. She took off immediately, knowing they have to make a perfect throw to get her.
Yeah, she dove from like 10 feet out, so it looked like a slip and slide.
It did. On this turf, it really will look like that. So Fuentes gets the run across, an RBI for her. On the first base, unassisted out. Aubrey Hernandez now up to bat, trying to help her own case. A questionable first pitch strike here on her at bat. 0-1 count, here it comes. Changeup is low. Catcher tried to frame it 2 feet.
Tried to lift it off of the ground.
Not going to work. Exactly.
Well, she's late on that one.
So Hernandez now in a deficit. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runner over at third base. This one's hit pretty decent over to first base, and it looked close.
Yeah.
I mean, from my perspective, which is more down the line, I think she fielded that on the line.
Yeah, it was really, really close.
So you got to, I mean,
gives
you really got to sell the call. Yeah. So Hernandez now has another opportunity to plate another run. Can she do it?
Ooh.
She might. Hard hit ball into center field.
Oh, right at her. That was a good shot.
It's not going to come down, but yes. A good batted ball there for Hernandez, but that's going to be the third out of the inning. CARLSBAD with another big inning. 3 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second, and they make it a 7-4 ball game here. In this game, sponsored by LA Services and LA Safety and Consulting. I'm Trey of All Sports Best here with Ruben, and we're here with Aaron Gonzalez representing Red Rocket Media. We're going to be right back, folks, here in just a bit as we get things started in the top of the third inning. All right, here we go. Top of the third underway, and the first pitch is way out of the zone for ball 1. Left-handed batter, stands in the front of the box, crowds the plate a bit. And sometimes that's a way to go ahead and try and grab a base, get a hit by pitch. She did not have a ton of success in the first game, but she did get on base with a single. She went 1 for 3 with a single and a walk.
I think the single was the one that scored that run, so it was a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big game for her then in a clutch moment. The 2-0 count. And that's one of the things that I really like to see happen is somebody continue to just kind of keep their head on straight and go, you know what, I've had a bad game up till this. And a lot of kids have a hard time grasping that at a young age. You know, you're 10 years old and you're thinking, I just got out, and I'm so mad. And you're not worried about the next thing. You're worried about the last thing. So get up to the high school level. That's something you have to do or to be successful.
Well, what are they in baseball and softball? So that's a lot different than a lot of things.
3-1 count. The pitch Hernandez. Here comes way high. And that's what happens when you battle enough. Pitcher might make a mistake. They might give you a great pitch, or they might throw it out of the zone, and you can win that pitch. In this case, Martinez did win that pitch. She puts a runner on first base. So with 1 out, runner on first, it brings up Jackie Fuentes, the 9th batter of the lineup for the Eagles. She steps in. This is her second at-bat. In the first at-bat, she had a ground out to Weldon. So good job by Rivera to snag that one off the ground. 1-0 count, left fielder at the plate. And that's a fastball high and away. Hernandez behind in the count here. Only 1 out here. Wind still blowing out to center field. Fastball. It's going to be a ball. Oh, no, they're going to call this one a strike. Okay, so a 2-1 count. He never signaled it until after the play, or the potential play. 2-1. Fuentes trying to get on here. 3-1. Aubrey Hernandez might have to give her something really good here. If not, she gives Hobbs another base runner. Here's a pretty good pitch.
That looked like a good, guess it's not a strike.
So 0, her brand new count, 1 out. 7-4, the Cave Girls lead.
Top of the order.
Kaya Boyle. First pitch is a fastball up in the zone for strike 1. Oh, 1 count, 1 out. Here it comes. This one, another good pitch. This one for strike 2. Now, we've said it time and time again. The Eagles have really good hitters. Boyle listed at a .379 batting average. Here's a ground ball over to third base. She touches third, I'm sorry. Throws it over to first off her back foot. Not in time. But they get the lead runner. So that is obviously a big plus for the Cave Girls. 2 outs. Cave Girls lead by 3. Marissa Young at the plate, third baseman for the Eagles. Comes the pitch, this one. Fastball off the plate for ball 2. So I was about things, and in this case, she was just getting her stuff to change into the pitching position once again. So all right, here we go, folks. Marissa Young. No, I'm sorry. Edith Chavez now up to bat as Kalion Fuentes takes the circle for the Cave Girls. This ball is going to go out of play. and just literally the only spot here above us to the right with no cover. And nobody got hurt in the making of that foul ball right there, luckily.
And nobody caught it.
Nobody caught it. What's that all about? All right, so Edith Chavez had a single in the first inning, a walk in the second. She has been good tonight in the second game. And in game one, she had a walk and went 0 for 3 otherwise. This game has been pretty good to her. I'm sorry, she went 0 for 4 in game one. Now I'm looking at it. So 1 for 1 now. But the 0-2 count. Fuentes comes in, makes a pitching change real quick. And the catcher kind of not sure what's going to be thrown. She was shaking her head like, I don't know what's coming.
I just better catch whatever comes.
But she handled it well. Sometimes it's really hard if it's got movement on it or if it's in a location not unexpected. Cross up the catcher, not a good thing with bases loaded, but in this case, handled well. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Fuentes, the windup, the pitch, a nice pitch.
Ooh.
No call here.
Oh, man. I thought
He
that
didn't
was
like
right
that.
there.
Has a task ahead of her here. Of course, the prior batter has had power too. So this one high for ball 1.
I don't know how truthful this is, but somebody told me that there's a girl from West Las Vegas that's like a sophomore, and she has like 30-something home runs.
That would be absolutely outrageous.
Yeah.
And I got to see this player play.
And if you watch her play, you probably at least have to see 2 home runs.
I was going to say, 30-something home runs, that's more than they have had games.
Yeah.
That's an average of
1.3.
it's got to be like 1.3, 1 point something. You are going to see a home run each game, unless you see 5 and none, you know. So this one released a bit early, gets down in the turf. It's going to make it a 3-1 count here with 2 outs. The Cave Girls still hold on to the lead 7-6, but they're holding on tight to just 1 run now. Hobbs played it 2 with just a nice bloop single into left field. Here comes the pitch right in the zone for Garcia. She fouls that one back.
Guess they're running out of softballs.
Whatever's being cooked smells good again. I mean, I'm full and I'm smelling it. Just can't do it. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Garcia has a dangerous bat. Fuentes checks her wrist, gets the call. Goes for the windup now. Fastball down the middle, fouled back again. And any foul ball that goes, I don't know, 40 feet or higher, would you say? 50, 60 feet or higher, it comes down, it's going to hurt.
Okay.
And right there, you can hear it hit that concrete or that blacktop, and man, you know it hurts.
Yeah, you know it scuffs up the balls too.
2 outs, here comes the pitch. This one a changeup, a good idea. Had it been located just a bit lower, she might have swung over it, but you risk the chance of walking her as well. So it's got to be good. It's got to be tough. You're putting yourself in a tough situation against a batter like this.
Yeah, because then you got somebody on deck that hit that grand slam last game. So it's a lose-lose situation. You got to throw it somewhere in the zone.
Big pitch. And it puts her on first. Free base for Carrie Garcia. And it's funny, sometimes when I say it's a free base, it was anything but that. She worked very hard for that walk, and she earned it for sure.
Still a free base because she got a walk. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what happened to my pen. Oh, there it is.
Anaya Rodriguez, the DH, had a granny in the first inning. Here comes a pitch. She's got an opportunity to hit another one here. She had a grand slam and a walk in the last inning. So she's 1 for 1 with a big time hit for the Eagles in the first inning. Fuentes wants to stop the bleeding here. Can she do it? This one, a fastball for a strike. Did you like that pitch?
Not really.
I don't think so.
She's actually 1 for 2 because it was an E6 the first at bat. So we're not going to.
An E6 on a home run. That's an insane stat.
1 for 2. She's batted twice already. Oh.
Anaya Rodriguez is the DH tonight, and she has played her role well. 1-2. 2 outs. The left-handed bat is lethal here again. They've got about 5 or 6 in the lineup. The windup and the pitch. Fastball high for strike 3.
Nice pitch. She
A lot of damage here done in the top of the 3rd inning, but still Cave Girls lead. So Kalion Fuentes comes in. She had a big task ahead of her. She answers the call. Cave Girls do give up 2, but still hold on to the lead. We're going to be right back, folks, here in just a bit as the Cave Girls send up to the plate. There's 6, 7, and 8 batters in the lineup. All right, folks, we're back. Makayla Chester now at the plate for the Cave Girls. 0-1 count. Here comes a pitch. This one hit into the air in center field. Could it drop? She got a long ways to go. No. Makes the play on a nice running play. Nice start and a good route for the center fielder. That's out number 1.
I heard you talking to somebody during the break about the transfer portal thing. And I heard from a coach saying that you almost have to recruit each player every single year, and that's
I saw that, and it almost adds more realism. It makes so much sense.
Yeah,
you have to recruit your own players
every single time.
Every single year. Crazy. I guess if you're gonna get, I will say this: coaches historically, not historically, but over the past 20 years, have gotten paid handsomely.
Yes.
So for them to do a little extra work, I don't think it hurts anybody.
Yeah, but
it sucks. I want it to be more camaraderie or whatever, but
I just feel like the consequences are, it's too easy to just go, oh, you know what? Here are my feelings. I'm going to. Yeah. This other guy's recruiting me. He's like, hey, I'll start you and I'll put you in leadoff batter. You know, okay, I'll come over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's too easy.
All right, there's a pitch. Low. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but not called for strike here. So it's a 2-1 count now. Katrina Ortega with nobody on, 1 out. Cave Girls lead 7-6. Here comes a pitch. This change up. Swung over. 2-2 count. Beautiful night here in CARLSBAD, New Mexico.
Yes, it is.
Great night for softball. And I feel like for this pitcher, I mean, I've started to really try and understand the windup. A lot of girls will let the arm kind of swing when they throw. It feels to me like she's holding on to it and almost like, how do you say it, like pushing it forward when she throws it. So her arm's bent a little more. It looks like it would put more strain on your arm to do so.
Your elbow, huh?
Instead of just letting your arm free flow. But it's been working for her so far. And game 1, it for sure did.
Ortega got a base hit last time and walked this time, so she's been on both times.
Here's a flare over in the right field. This is going to get
nice.
caught in right field. What a play. Over in right for Allyson Garcia.
So did you put down a GDC for a great diving catch for out number 1?
Not quite, but
or out number 2.
Almost. Vianka Villa now up to bat. She had a solid liner up the middle in their first at bat. Here comes pitch number 1. She wanted another one there. This pitch nowhere near. 0-1 count with a runner on first base. Villa wants to keep this inning alive. And she goes for the bunt attempt, and that's going to be strike 2. So an aggressive approach here for Villa. In her first 2 pitches, first 2 pitches came with attempts. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Villa gets ready. This one off the plate and high. So here comes Medina towing the rubber. She gets this one off the plate. The off speed, no good. Medina rocking the pink glove in the pitcher's circle. I don't know where you see more pink gloves, if it's on a softball field or the baseball field these days. I
feel like all the pitchers had one. Remember?
Yeah. This one, fastball outside for ball 3. Pitcher smiling, kind of laughing, thinking that one was there. I didn't think it was. I thought it was off the plate. I don't think that was a strike.
But I think he's called some of those, so that's where the pitcher kind of goes like, hey, how did that miss?
Right.
Oh, nice.
Hard hit up the
right
middle.
Up the middle.
Bianca Villa just kind of keeps poking that bruise right up the middle, you know.
And she hit that. Both of those were solid shots. They weren't like, oh, the pitcher should have caught it. No, the pitcher was lucky to get out of the way.
Right, exactly. So now batting is Parris Weldon. Weldon has had a good game so far, a double and a single, 2 for 2. Great approach at the plate in this game, and leadoff spot suits her well. This one, a ball high. One 0 count. 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball into left center field. Parris Weldon's going to get 1 run in. Should be 2. They hold up Villa at third. But Parris Weldon, 3 for 3. She's going to be on easy with a double, stand-up double. So 3 for 3 with 2 doubles.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want to see out of your leadoff batter, Ruben.
Yeah, no, she looked really comfortable in all 3 at-bats. And Villa in the 9-hole, even though you really don't want her in the 9-hole because it takes so long to get up, she had 2 solid hits in the 9-hole. So, I mean, that's 5 hits in, 5 for 5.
You take advantage of the pitches you're given wherever you are, and yeah, Villa's been able to make it look like a second leadoff batter in this lineup. She was leadoff in the first game. The 9-hole spot for her has been really good. And here comes a pitch. This one popped up out of play for a strike 1. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Runners at second and third.
This is a good opportunity for Rivera to plate 2 more runs with 2 outs.
Big gap in right center field. If she can just get something over the second baseman, scoring 2 easily, might find herself on second base as well. More easily said than done, we'll say that for sure.
Yeah.
This one, grounded foul. Makes it a 2-2 count with 2 outs. So Rivera has had a single in this game. She's seen success in both games.
Keep it going, Faith. No one better. Come on.
2-2 count. Madrid gets ready. I'm sorry, Medina gets ready. All right, now back with you. The top of the 4th inning. Up to bat is Candy Harrison. She's 0 for 2 tonight in game 2. Kalion Fuentes takes the pitcher circle. Here's a foul ball back for strike 1. Harrison got the start in game 1 as well. She had a single, 2 singles and a walk. So here we go. Shortstop tries to lay a bunt down. This one goes foul. Makes it 0-2. So the NBA playoffs underway. There are games tonight, Ruben?
Oh yeah, there's probably 2 or 3 games. I don't know exactly who's playing, but I was just thinking about how dusty we would be after this game if this was regular field, like, you know what I mean? Regular
Oh yeah,
dirt infield
that's
with
very
the clay
true.
and stuff, with the wind blowing as much as it is.
Yeah, we have the advantage as you see a ball go up, makes it a 1-2 count. We do have the advantage of not having to cover everything, all of our electronics for these types of things, because that does become a big pain, there's no doubt. 1-2 count. Fuentes trying to get one across. This one, fastball up, makes it a 2-2 count. Ruben, yeah, so far today, it shows that the Cavs beat the Magic. No, I'm sorry, the Magic beat the Cavs 103-96. Series tied at 3-3. Here comes the pitch. And that's one of those series where you're just really not that interested. Like, neither teams are going to win the next round.
I feel like neither one of those teams, I can't even think of the star players on those 2 teams.
I'm thinking of Spida Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell's on the Cavs. Yeah, that's
Donovan Mitchell on the Cavs, and Paolo, what was his name? Banchero from the
Dukes.
From the Duke City. 2-2 count still for Candy Harrison.
Well, the good series was watching the Philadelphia 76ers and the Knicks. That was a good game last night. It went down to the wire.
Yeah, the Knicks came out on top. They advanced. The Pacers come out on top over the Bucks.
Yeah.
And they advance. Pascal Siakam's got that playoff magic in him.
Yeah, but they also didn't have Giannis, so that's a big difference too.
Fouled again into the parking lot, makes it a 2-2 count.
Another good series is the Mavs and the Clippers.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that game is going on right now at the end of the first quarter. The Mavs lead 34-26. I always want to see the Mavs do good. Just here's a hard hit ball in the left field. This one's going to get down for a double. Fair ball. Double, could it be 3? It is. 3 bags standing for Candy Harrison. The first triple of the game belongs to Harrison and the Eagles. So a long fought